Time for business. Sandra Afenu is here. Hello, Sandra.
Hi, Adrian.
So the Ghana Stock Exchange is looking and making some money for itself.
More profits
Okay.
to make or not to make. They really want to make profits.
All right,
so we're talking about. All right.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening. My name is Sandra Afenu, and as always, I'm here for business. The Ghana Stock Exchange has decided to change its ownership structure to make it more profitable. This process, when successful, will mean the legal status of the GSE will change from a mutual entity limited by guarantee to a company limited by shares. Addressing members of the Ghana Stock Exchange at its annual general meeting in Accra, Chairman of the Board of the Stock Exchange, Albert Essien, has disclosed a consulting firm has been contracted to help with the transformation process.
To change the operations of a Ghana Stock Exchange according to the Stock Exchange's annual report is to follow international best practices which make members of the exchange shareholders. The move, which is expected to be completed next year, will make the exchange a profit-making entity that can also trade in shares. However, members are expected to attend an extraordinary general meeting to pass a resolution on the transformation. Deputy Managing Director of the exchange, Eko Afezi, explains that the Ghana Stock Exchange will be an entity limited by shares with a change in share ownership structure.
We now have shareholders instead of members. Currently, as a stock exchange, it's a company limited by guarantee, and we have members. We have licensed dealing members who are stockbroking firms. Then we have associate members. So the implication is that once we demutualize, now we'll have shareholders. Now we have to determine who will become the shareholders. The shareholders are going to be likely the current members, plus others that will determine going forward. But then you need to go through a certain process in order to get there. You need to change the regulations of your company to suit that of a company limited by shares. You can either be a private or public company. Now we need to have shareholders. You need to look at how you distribute the shares because you have members. So we are going through a process.
2018 saw a slow growth of the Ghana Stock Exchange as a result of a banking crisis experienced in the country. Chairman of the council, Albert Essien, is hopeful that the market will pick up again.
We have a bit of sluggish growth, a little bit, okay, a bit of a downturn. It goes with it. But you could see that it started bouncing back getting to the latter part of 2018. The banking sector crisis brought a bit of, would I say, it disoriented a lot of investors. The sudden drop in the cedi also disoriented a lot of our clientele. So these were things that brought some difficulties.
Minimum volume of shares traded for the year 2018 was 201 million, valued at 659 million cedis, compared to the volume and value of 322 million shares recorded for 2017. Ebenezer Sabutes reports for Joy Business.
Bertha Tubiga, stock market analyst and researcher with Gold Coast Fund Management, joins us on the phone line for more details on this development. Hello, Bertha, and thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Sandra.
All right, so you know what is happening on the best. Is this an international best practice, and will it not be a source of conflict of interest?
Well, no, it's not going to be for any conflict of interest. Actually, this is something that's going to be in the right direction. It's going to help the exchange make more profit. It's going to actually give people the opportunity to own shares on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Now, for instance, let me take the Nigerian Stock Exchange, for example. The Nigerian Stock Exchange is listed on the Nigerian stock market. So we have shareholders, people buying shares of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and in turn, they are making profits out of this listing on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. So if the Ghana Stock Exchange changes its ownership from it's actually limited by guarantee, and it's going to be limited by shares now. It's a very good thing to, and it's going to make us more competitive on the international world, and we should see an improvement hopefully by next year when this is actually implemented. You know, this has not been finalized yet, so more details will be coming out, but it's something that is in the right direction, and it's going to help the Ghana Stock Exchange to make more profit. It's always been a non-profit making organization.
All right, Becca.
Members, yeah.
All right, I'm sure my viewers will want to understand when we say changing of ownership structure, exactly what does it mean? What is the operations going to be like?
Okay, so one, like I mentioned, the Ghana Stock Exchange, PGO, is still an exchange or a company limited by guarantee. And when we say a company is limited by guarantee, it means that in simple terms, they are not in to make profit. They are there to actually help companies to raise capital. They are there to help people to be able to buy and sell shares like we have with other markets, so that you'll be able to at least make some income for yourself and to help companies to also raise capital to be able to expand their businesses. But when they change their ownership, now the ownership, like the deputy director has said, they're going to have shareholders. They're not going to, currently they have members, like the licensed dealer members that are doing the trades on behalf of the general investing public. But in this case, the stock exchange is going to be trading shares on the stock market. So we'll have the stock market listed, like we have, like I use the Nigerian Stock Exchange, for example. We're not going to have, the whole legal structure is going to change. And when that happens, and we'll see a more improved market as compared to what we're having right now.
All right,
and
quite interesting.
It's a very good thing to do.
Very interesting, but we've also had instances in the past where people have been accused of insider trading. Don't you think that this could happen in this case?
Well, insider trading in this particular case is not like the Ghana Stock Exchange staff are going to be trading directly on the stock market. They'll still do that through the brokers that we have. The licensed dealer members that we have, they are going to buy and sell on their behalf, but they would not go directly on the market to buy. They can own shares. Some actually have shares now on the stock exchange, but they wouldn't do the buying and selling themselves.
All right, quickly before you go. Yes, you continue.
Sure.
Yeah, quickly before you go, do you think this is the best way to make profits? Because the Ghana Stock Exchange itself is not a vibrant one, but do you think this is the best way to go?
Yes, it is the best way to go. I mean, some markets have practiced it and it has worked for them, and some of them, the market is actually a cycle. The Ghana Stock Exchange needs to grow, and certain measures need to be put in place for it to grow. If it doesn't grow, I mean, we can't be at one place forever. We need to grow and be able to get some revenues out of what we are doing. I mean, this in the long run is going to actually develop and enhance the Ghana Stock Exchange.
All right, I'm grateful for your time this evening. Betta Tubiga is a stock market analyst and also a researcher with Gold Coast Fund Management. Two other stories this evening. The National Insurance Commission says insurance penetration levels in the country is gradually picking up. In an interview with Joy Business, Head of Supervision at the NIC, Seth Eshen, says insurance companies are paying about 1.6 million Ghana cedis motor insurance claims every day. He blamed the previous situation on delay in claim payment. Abeta Bisu has more in the following report.
Until recently, insurance penetration in Ghana had been significantly low as many people lacked interest because of the delayed payment of claims. But according to the head of supervision at the National Insurance Commission, Seth K. Eshan, the situation is improving.
Delay in payment is a contributing factor. There's no denying the fact that there are a number of Ghanaians that have had some issues about claims payment, but it's a situation which is improving. I can give you so many statistics about it. For example, for motor insurance, every single day the insurance industry pays roughly about 1.6 million to Ghanaians every single working day. So if there's any individual within our Ghana or who is a Ghanaian or non-resident Ghanaian here, and you purchase insurance and you believe that you have a legitimate claim that the insurance company is not paying, you come and you report to us. We will investigate.
He reiterated the need to step up education on insurance to get many people to understand the importance of insurance.
We are bringing into place what we call a product feature. It's one of the things we are thinking about. That will be a one-pager that each insurance policy should have. And that should set out clearly what cover you are under, what type of insurance you are buying, under what situation would you be able to get a claim. In addition to all the legal things that is there, there should be a summarized, simple one-pager that says exactly what the program is.
Joy Business sampled the views of a section of the public, some of whom expressed their disappointment with some insurance firms.
In our part of the world, that dishonesty is just too much. These insurance agents come to your shop, they come to your office and sign you on into a policy. They don't really tell you all the terms and conditions in this or in that particular policy. When you are struck by that particular event for which you did a policy, when you are supposed to make a claim, that is where they bring all sort of legalities and technicalities from the onset you didn't know about.
For car, definitely the car got to get accident or something before you go for your claim. But I'm not doing it because of the claim. But when you are driving, definitely without it, the police people will be worrying you. That's what I've been doing, but not because of the claim. Even the claim, when there's an accident, you go, it's bureaucracy over it. So normally I don't depend on the claim, but because of the police people harassing me, that's the main reason.
Now my business is falling, so I don't have anything, any work at all, so I didn't make any insurance for the kids.
Under the Insurance Act 2006, Act 724, private commercial property insurance and motor insurance are compulsory insurance products. Alberta Bissie's report for Joy Business.
All right, that's all for business for now with me, Sandra Esenam.